Effective communication using modern technology. Do you wish that you could communicate with your family and friends without waiting for the paper letter to go through the mail or for the other person to come back from vacation? What's stopping you from learning about new communication tools that are available? Fear of the unknown? Reluctant to try something new? Afraid of the multiple devices out there? Are you thinking you're too old to learn? Worried you're not going to catch on? Well, stop worrying and learn to communicate. 2 tin cans and a piece of string are a thing of the past. Landline telephones are slowly disappearing too. In today's society, there are so many devices available that I'm sure there's one that will work for you. Some of the options are referred to as email, cellular phone, text messaging, voicemail, instant messaging, social media, and video chat, just to name a few. Too many choices available? Unsure of what the items are even called? Here's some images that will help you to become more familiar with the options available. Email is a communication technique similar to sending a letter through the United States Post Office. Email is an electronic way to communicate with others over the internet. You can send and receive messages with this option. You don't even need postage. You do, however, need a computer that is hooked up to electricity, internet access, and a valid email address. Emailing consists of creating a typed message that is sent to one or more recipients via the World Wide Web. There are so many options available to the user when typing an email. For example, the user may select from a whole array of font colors, which means the color of the typing on the screen, or they may select a variety of font styles from very intricate and fancy type to bold and or futuristic in nature. You may also select a larger or smaller type depending on the wishes of the user or the recipient. The user may also choose to use options like spell check, which reviews the document for spelling errors and suggests corrections, or the ever so popular grammar review option. There's also a thesaurus and a fun stationery that can be used to enhance the message. It's almost limitless is what you can do with an email message. The drawback, however, is that you have to wait for the recipient to answer your email, just as you would with a regular paper mail that went through the post office. Wishing to communicate verbally instead? How about using a cellular phone? The cellular phones of today offer multiple capabilities ranging from a single telephone to a very high-tech handheld computer. The overall design and function of the cell phone itself will depend on the user's preference. Another thing to consider is the price. Multiple cellular companies exist with names such as US Cellular, Sprint, Cellcom, etc. The basic phone will come with the same type of options, but the plans will be very selective. A plan is a set of options that the user will purchase from the cellular company. Plans range in price depending on the functions that are available and the type of phone that is selected. It's a good idea to understand the options, the price, the warranty, and the capability of the cell phone before committing to a contract. One of the many functions of a cell phone is the option of text messaging. This is a very popular and efficient way to send a message that involves typing a message and sending it via the cell phone itself. The neat part about text messaging is that the message is sent instantly, and oftentimes a response will be both faster because it's right there in the palm of your hand. It's as simple as the sender sending the message, then the recipient receiving the message and choosing to either reply, delete, or forward the message. I should note that you'll want to make sure the recipient or recipients are correct before sending the text message, since it's impossible to pull the message back once it's sent. The drawback to this type of communication is that many times there is a character limit, which means that abbreviations are used and proper sentence structure as well as punctuation is usually omitted. Those who are experienced in the art of text messaging should also be aware that there are individuals who may not be so advanced, and therefore you should refrain from using abbreviations that might be confusing to the recipient. For example, TTYL means talk to you later, BTW is translated to mean by the way, or LOL means lots of laughs. If typing isn't your forte, you can use your voice to leave a voice message. This is called voicemail. Calling a particular individual to find out if they are unavailable may be a bit discouraging. However, Through the use of voicemail, the caller can leave a voice-recorded message for the recipient. This is very useful in situations where face-to-face contact isn't possible, but the user does prefer telephone contact. With voicemail, the recipient has a choice of how he or she wishes to reply to the message. They may respond, delete, or save it for future use. Another form of communication that is similar to an email and text messaging is an option called instant messaging, or IM for short. This form of communication involves two or more individuals that communicate via the same message route, generally via the computer. There are a number of instant messaging programs available, with some of the more popular ones being Yahoo Messenger, Google Messenger, and Instant Messenger, just to name a few. This type of communication is very convenient since it allows the user to type directly into the chat area of the message, then hitting the Enter key to send the message. He or she then waits for the response of the receiver. Instant messages are often used by businesses since they're a quick way to communicate without the need for the subject line as in an email. The neat thing about instant messaging is that the user can have multiple instant messages going on consecutively. This allows the user to communicate through a variety of conversations at the same time, which is essential for someone who likes to multitask. Also, for the computer-savvy individual, there are the ever-so-popular social websites that offer a wide range of communication avenues. Using the social websites such as Facebook, MySpace, and Twitter, a user is able to communicate with friends and family via the internet. One can also share photos, recipes, and documents. This is a great way to search for relatives and reconnect with long-lost friends too. Others prefer searching the dating sites to find the perfect mate. Social networking, as it is sometimes referred to, places the entire world at your fingertips. Whether you use the internet for email, instant messaging, or gathering with friends on the social website, another tool that has become popular with many people is the video chat. Video chat provides the ability to visually communicate via the computer. It is similar to face-to-face contact, but is completed over the internet. Video chat allows users to talk live with family, friends, and or business associates. This communication route is so interesting that NASA even utilized video chat to teach students from space. Skype is a popular video chat site that has been successful in connecting many families from around the world. The tricky part is remembering that there is a time difference when scheduling time to video chat. Plus, appearance is everything when you're able to see the recipient and they can see you. Afraid there's still too many options? Don't worry. Start with one device at a time. Borrow from a friend. Figure out what you like or dislike about a particular device. Your decision doesn't need to be immediate. Take your time. If you're still intrigued by the variety of communication devices available and want to learn more, you can check out your local community colleges and many senior centers that offer courses in computer basics. Friends and family are also an excellent source of information. Even sales associates can offer great advice and learning opportunities. Visiting the local library or checking out the latest edition of Consumer Reports magazine will allow you to find out what are the best and worst devices available. Another option is to use the search engine Google. Via Google, you can search for more information about a particular communication device that interests you. Communication is such an important part in today's society. It's almost impossible not to communicate. When face-to-face communication isn't always an option, we now have a wide range of electronic devices to help us with the communication process. I'm sure you'll be able to locate one that will work for you.